Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Confessions of a Dollar Tree Addict. I'm Marina and I'm actually on my way to the Dollar Tree right now, but I just left my appointment and I'm in Queens where the first hospital breast center that I went to is located. And I feel a little better. I mean, everything blows. Cancer sucks and there's nothing good about it. Well, except for that, I found out that cherries are an anti-cancerous food, and I love cherries, so I'm going to eat all the cherries I can get my hands on. Plus, I'm going to start drinking tart cherry juice, the straight one from GNC that tastes super bitter, but you guys know that I love things like that. And lots of other food solutions to anti-cancer foods. Plus I have a girlfriend who is a 7-year colon cancer survivor that juices all sorts of holistic homeopathic stuff, and there's no harm in me using those. She gave me a bunch of stuff and I love it. I love things like that. You guys know that. So it actually gave me a lot of energy. And I've been feeling really exhausted lately, which tells me that my body needed that. And I'm really excited about the possibility and the use of those things, because the suggestion of this surgeon was that I first do chemotherapy, then have surgery, so that the size of the mass in my breast can be reduced, as well as whatever else I have going on in there. But we're gonna say that it's not even there. That is what I'm starting to do. Every cherry I eat, every lemon that I suck or chew on, by the way, organic lemons, really good for shrinking cancer, supposedly. Love lemons. So when life hands you lemons, make lemonade with no sugar. And that's going to be my attitude, you guys. I'm gonna fight this. I'm going to fight it, and I am going to get through it no matter what. And so I feel better today, but I wanted to share with you guys something that happened last night that I found so crazy, actually. So it was pouring rain when I went to sleep. I mean, pouring. And I live by the beach, so when it's pouring rain, it's like end of the world kind of weather by my house. Super windy. And we almost never have power outages. It's very rare. And they didn't even send any warning messages last night saying that we were going to have power outages, which usually they'll warn us to death and then we don't get any power outage. They didn't warn us or anything. So last night while I was sleeping, I had decided to put on some positive meditation, but then that's what I first decided to do. I was going to put some positive healing meditations on, because I actually love positive healing meditations, and I've lost sight of the fact that I really enjoyed listening to them my whole life. And I stopped listening to them some years ago, but I loved falling asleep to positive meditation therapy CDs. That was like my favorite thing to do. I mean, maybe I guess since I got married, I guess I stopped listening to them because I don't think that John was into that. But unfortunately, John's not around, and I need some positive meditation stuff to stay calm with all that I have going on. And it's very healing. And then I decided, well, maybe today I'll try something different, and then I'll go back to my positive meditation CDs in the future. And see that car, guys? Did you guys see that car? I don't know if you guys could see that car. I almost want to drive back around the block, because I had a car like that when I was younger. It was the coolest vintage car. I might drive around the block, but I only had it briefly. It got stolen. I'm going around the block. I want to show you guys. It's so nice. I can't believe it's still here, because I grew up in this area, and when I lived here, that car was not fully renovated, and now it's fully renovated, and I'm kind of like jealous, but good for them. And it's redder than ever. It's beautiful. Wait till you guys see this gorgeous vintage car. I loved vintage cars when I was young, but I just didn't have luck because I didn't have a parking spot, and I lived in a building, and I would have to park them kind of far away, and I didn't always drive them, and so they always got stolen. And you never get them recovered because the people that stole them probably used them for... This guy probably stole my car now that I think about it. But hey, well, good for him, because I was just not responsible. Well, good for him. But I'm going to share with you guys what the car looks like because it's so pretty. Get ready, get ready. Up, we're sneaking up on it. Look at how beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? Mine didn't look like that. Mine was like crap. And it was so long ago. It was really similar to that. Oh well, that was a road trip down memory lane. I don't think I had that exact car because I think that's a Thunderbird, and I didn't have a Thunderbird. I can't remember what mine was, but it looked almost exactly like that. And I only had it like 2 weeks and it wasn't restored, but it had pieces of red and it got stolen. Anyway, back to my story. I did have this prayer, like it was like a long prayer that would be prayed over you while you're sleeping, and I thought that was like interesting, so I was like, okay, I'll try this. This sounds good. And I was listening to it while I was sleeping last night, and I was enjoying it. It actually was a very strange CD, or not CD. I'm used to listening to meditation CDs. Kelly Howell is my favorite, but it was a very strange voice prayer because it sounded like a cowboy, like maybe John Wayne, but as the voice of God. And so I found it to be a little campy, but I was like, that's right. I want John Wayne praying over me. That's right. He's going to kick cancer's butt while I'm sleeping, and God too. So I was like loving this whole idea of this like meditative state that I would be in. And I loved it. I loved the whole idea of it. And I'm sleeping and it's pouring rain. Out of a sound sleep, I woke up I sleep with the lights on. I have PTSD, guys. And I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I stopped sleeping with the lights off years ago. I don't know if other people are like that, but evidently I can sleep with the lights off now as of yesterday because something is happening to me. I don't know what it is, but I'm healing. It's the craziest thing, you guys. I know how crazy I sound, and I don't care because this has to resonate with somebody out there, and I'm going to share it because I've had so many fears of the unknown. But then when your body gets invaded with itself and it betrays you this way, you're like, I have fear of nothing because something came into my body and could potentially destroy me, and it's me. So I don't know. It's really, I don't have a lot of fear. I do have them cerebrally. I'm afraid of that, but I'm okay. And I was scared of the dark. Like my poor husband, almost every night of our lives, unless I was already sleeping, he had to sleep with the lights on. But he also liked the TV on, and so, I mean, he didn't care. As long as I had the TV on, I didn't care. But I didn't need the light on. Sometimes I liked the light on. If I was having a particularly stressful day, I wanted every light in the house on. So there's that. And I'm being as honest as possible. I'm that crazy person that needs all the lights on in the house in order to sleep sometimes because it makes me feel safer when there's high stress going on. But, of course, Chris doesn't like the lights on. He sleeps in the dark. Long story short, I wake up just in time to hear John Wayne talking about protecting and healing and all kinds of positive stuff that he was saying, and like the back of my head I could hear it, and it went dark, and I'm like, did I just turn the TV off? Like, what's going on? And then I'm like, it's very dark in here. The bathroom light's not on. My house is super dark. And then I was like, wait, your heart's not racing. And then I was like, I was like, is this like death? Like, haven't been in pitch darkness in so long. Like, I was like, what's happening? And then I was like, I think you're having a blackout. And it was so crazy because I was fine. And I know how silly this sounds to most anybody. I am not the kind of person that likes to go camping. I don't like to leave things up to chance. I am a true DV survivor. We don't like spontaneity when it comes to events. We're planners. I'm ADHD, so I am spontaneous, but by accident, because I sort of know what I'm doing, but I never know what I'm doing. I don't have a direct answer, but I kind of have a plan. That's actually been an asset to me at this point, because thank God for ADHD. Maybe that's what's helping me not be so terrified of what's looming ahead. But at that moment, I wasn't afraid. And it was not about the blackout anymore at all. And I was like, okay, so the lights are out, the power's out. Let me just walk around my house and make sure everything is okay. And I went and got my phone, which was on the bed actually, and I put it on so I could use it as a light. And then I stumbled across the floor where months before I had tripped over something that was in my way, but this time I didn't trip over it like I do all the time. In the dark, I didn't trip over it, which is kind of impressive. And I realized it was a power outage, and then I went back to sleep. I went and turned off Chris's computer so that when the power came back on, it wouldn't break it. And I turned off some computers, and then I went back to sleep in the dark. And that is a lot for me. And I didn't stress over it. I mean, I actually checked on my phone to make sure that it wasn't the end of the world and that it was a power outage, because you just never know anymore. But it was a power outage. They said that the power would be on at around 6 a.m. I was like, cool, that's just a few hours. And my freezer is not going to get ruined. Nothing's going to happen. So that's what happened. And then somehow it was very healing. I don't know. I felt like it was a divinely inspired power outage to show me that even in the very dark, I can navigate my way through things. And I did. I know how stupid it sounds, but it was really cool. It was not a normal event for me. And I am healing some form of cellular memory. I mean, damn, some of my cells decided to turn into shitty cancer, but some of my cells are just changing into like super cells that are like, okay, we have cancer, but we're not afraid of the dark anymore. We're done with that. And, you know, I don't know what else is in the horizon, my friends, but I am going to grow and change along these lines. I know it because I feel it. And I will be able to potentially help other people. Pray and hope so. I don't know, but something inside of me has changed, mutated. Obviously, some shitty cancer has been a byproduct of it, but along the way, something good came of it. I've become very resilient to things that I didn't even know that I could deal with, like the dark. And to some people, it's like, this girl's scared of the dark and she's about to have her breasts removed. Well, it's all about control. And when you're in the dark, you're not in control. And for years I wasn't in control, but I realize now that I'm not in control, even when I thought I was. And the only thing that maybe might be in control is the universal powers that be. And so I felt like something crazy happened last night, and they were giving me like a little message to tell me, let go. Just let go and let the universe deal with it. And so I did. And I feel really good. I want to cry. I feel so good. I may be on some delusional pink cloud. I'll keep you guys posted, but that's what happened. And it gave me a true sense of peace. So I thought I would share that with you guys. I have a rough road ahead of me, but they told me to do what I love to do at least 30 minutes a day. So we're going to the Dollar Tree now, but that'll be in a different video. Stay safe and stay savvy, my friends. Bye-bye.